book of Revelation, it mentions that during the tribulation period, that the wrath of God will be poured out through 7 bowls. And it will play out bowl by bowl, where those who rejected the Lord will begin to suffer like never before from the things that begin to occur on the earth. Revelation 16:1, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, "Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth." Verse 2, the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had taken the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. With the first bowl of wrath upon the earth, it directly targeted those who chose to receive the mark, worshipping the image of the beast. And through this came great side effects of taking that mark, painful sores and boils breaking out in the bodies of those who received what they believed was the cure to all their problems. As it was campaigned and trusted among the unbelievers, even the elect who were deceived, choosing to trust man instead of the Word of God, choosing to reject true knowledge and understanding of the Word of God, thus being destroyed. Revelation 16:3, the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man, and every living soul died in the sea. The second bowl of wrath mimics the plague in Egypt against Pharaoh. Egypt, a type and shadow of the world, and Pharaoh, a type of the Antichrist. And yet, seeing these signs coming upon the earth, will the unbelievers believe? Or will they continue to believe the lies of the system, claiming it's the threat of the weather causing these odd manifestations? Revelation 16:4, the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and the fountains of water, and they became blood. Verse 6, for they have shed the blood of the saints and prophets, and you have given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. The drinking water in the world became blood. Thus, every time somebody went to get a glass of water, they would receive blood. For the system that they pledged allegiance to persecuted the people of God, believers in Jesus Christ, who did not join the system. And God, through his wrath, rewarding the world according to their deeds. Revelation 16:8, the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. Verse 9, men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of God, which had power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. With the drinking water becoming blood, and the heat increasing tremendously like never before, dehydration and distress increases. The very ability through the mark to buy and sell even water becomes useless, as the water has been replaced with blood. Fires will not be put out, and chaos will increase. The very idea and promise of peace and security will be known for what it was, another lie. Revelation 16:10, the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain. Revelation 16:11, and blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. As evil reigns, the world becomes darker. The separation from God that the unbelievers chose manifests on the earth as pain, suffering, disorder, and chaos. And yet, while the prophecies of God's wrath are all happening right before them, they still do not humble themselves, but curse God and blame the God of heaven, who they claim they don't believe in. Revelation 16:12, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. With water already being scarce, any water thought to be retrieved from the great river Euphrates is quickly shut down. And this nightmare just keeps getting worse. As the word said, they will not escape. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. In selling out and following the way of the world, rejecting God, believing lies and clinging to lies, they thought that would bring them peace and safety, only to have the very opposite take place, the judgments of God. And with their extreme delusion becoming apparent and impending doom within their minds, the only option is to hide and wish for death. Revelation 6:16, and he said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. They will know that it is Jesus Christ himself who brings this terror upon them. But at that point, it is too late, for the grace of God was available for so long, yet in arrogance and pride, they rejected the free gift of salvation. And now God will respond accordingly. Revelation 16:17, the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven, from the throne, saying, it is done. Verse 18, there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great. The final trumpet reveals the greatest earthquake to ever exist, not because of bad weather, but because of God's judgment. Such destruction that many will not escape, but are rewarded according to their rejection of salvation. These things are not far-fetched, as many of them are already happening right before our eyes today. Seeing is not believing, for many can see in the natural and still choose not to believe. There will be no excuse at this time during the tribulation. You either put your faith in Jesus and endure to the end, resisting this system, or you're eternally cut off from God. You will suffer either way. The best thing one can do now is believe now. The time of salvation is now. The free gift is available now. Believe on the Lord, and you will be saved.